how you feel about everything.
Before I mess it up, this is Dr. Concrasia. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yes. And Lauren with a long last name. I appreciate you all coming today. Thank God that we're here today. We're going to get started with sort of like a timeline on what's all has been transpiring. I know you probably thinking something's going to happen today that ain't going to happen. I don't know where you get the news from. But we're going to kind of break it down to you like we did our team. And it was so wonderful seeing the team yesterday. My God, it was so darn wonderful. Bucky compiled a wonderful video to let them know every step of the way so we wouldn't have to explain every detail, but it was phenomenal. I wish we could show you all that same video. It was extraordinary. I think Bucky's going to put it on his YouTube channel soon after this, but let's get started. Let's kind of give them, let's walk them through. Can we do that? Is that okay with you all? Can we walk you through? Let's go, Laura.
Okay, so as you guys know, Coach has his other health issues, his vascular stuff. So every year, Coach goes for a CT scan of his vascular pattern to make sure the blood clots are away. So with this scan, everything turned out really great from the vascular side. About 2 weeks later, we get a text from his primary care doctor that said, I need to talk to you and Coach. We need to refer you guys to a urologist. So about 3 days later, we go see a urologist. They go in for a quick procedure. The urologist told us, hey, within 10 minutes, I can tell you guys if he's going to need another procedure or if we just need to do these follow-up appointments. And the doctor told us, okay, you guys are going to need another procedure. I'm going to refer you to my colleague, Dr. Kurkasia. But at this point, you have a bladder tumor. And from there, we'll go get it removed. And then Dr. Kurkasia, it was, go ahead.
Yeah, so we proceeded with removal of the bladder tumor. It showed a very aggressive.
Let's go backwards because you guys gave me options that scared me to death.
We'll get there. I'll get there.
Okay, sorry.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So we did discuss options. We discussed some options of treatment in the bladder, and we discussed bladder removal as well. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
You can clap. It's okay. Rick was aware of what was transpiring, and he's been A1 and down there. Just a blessing. Came to Texas to see me as well. But this was not an easy task because it was a changing kind of a lifestyle. And with Lauren and I coming from Jackson, this is how many surgeries?
As of from 2021, this is surgery number 14.
Surgery number 14. I had more surgeries out of the game than I did in the game. Like, what is going on? So, but they were so wonderful. You were such a blessing, guiding me to, taking me through, verbalizing every darn detail so that I could make an educated decision, which some didn't want me to go that way. They wanted me to go the other way. But I trusted and believed in you 100%. And the process wasn't easy. Just like it was some scenes that you saw, all the bull junk that transpired on draft day. It wasn't just that. It was just, I knew as well, I had a surgery coming up. My sons to this day don't know what transpired. I just told them something with my foot, again, because I wanted them to focus on making the team and not focused on dad. So they really don't know. My daughters do. And this joker right here, much love to my son, Junior, who have not left my side since we found out what was taking place. Not one day. He's been with me here, been with me in Texas, been with me everywhere, every day, and I've seen his handsome face. And I love you to life, son, and I thank you for everything you bring to the table. But this wasn't easy. Men, everybody, get checked out. Because if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled up on this. And make sure you go to get the right care, because without wonderful people like this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, because it grew so expeditiously, I could say. But please get yourself checked out, especially African-American men. We don't like going to the doctors. We don't like nothing to do with the doctor. You know that. So I'm not just talking to the brothers. I'm talking to my Caucasian brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers, my everybody, and my sisters. And that's all, y'all. Get checked out, because it could have been a whole another gathering if I had. I'm thankful. It's been a tremendous journey. It's been tough. I think I dropped 25 pounds. I was like a Atlanta Falcon prime at one point, and just dealing with the catheter, dealing with all the stuff that I had to deal with. And right now I'm still dealing with going to the bathroom. Like, it's a whole life change. Like, I can't, and I'm gonna be transparent, I can't pee like I used to pee. It's totally different. And she not only is a blessing, but she provided other persons that have gone through what I've gone through so that I could talk to them and get some solace and understand like what I'm facing, not just from a doctor, but from another individual. And to have been told, like, it's a totally different life. I mean, thank God. I depend on depend. You know what I mean? I truly depend on depend. Like, I cannot control my bladder.
So as you see there, he goes on. It's a pretty long interview. It goes for about 40 minutes. They start asking him some questions about what it was looking like for him. He goes into detail. He actually did another interview with Michael Irvin, which was really good in detail at the Colorado University. Very, very good. So if you guys tap into the Michael Irvin channel, he went there. So what are you guys' thoughts on him being cancer-free? I don't know if you guys got an opportunity to watch Well Off Media. They posted part 1 of him going through all the procedures and going through the hospital. It seems like most of social media is worried about the woman he's dating more than his health. But what are you guys' thoughts on this?
Go ahead, Bud.
First and foremost, let's give a round of applause for the greatest. For the greatest. God is the greatest.
Man.
You know, God bless them hands that was working on that young man. And I salute him. I salute him, I salute him. I'm glad, man. You know, he's dedicated his life to his children, to the game that he loved, and to the Lord that he loved. I salute you, Coach Brown. It was a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, April? What about you?
He speaks on something. I'm very thankful that, you know, he's now cancer free, and he took the right direction and advice from his doctors. But he speaks on something that is very important, is us taking time to take care of ourselves. If he would have never went to have something else looked at, then he would have never known that he had that tumor on his bladder. So we have to be not only our own advocates for our health care, but we have to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. And sometimes I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, the doctor's just out to make money, or they're trying to pop these pills in us, all these medicines, and they're getting rich off the rich. You have to find that, just like finding a therapist, just like finding your doctor. This is your personal care doctor. It's personal to you. It's not a business. Once if you have to go through 3-4 different doctors to find that one, then that's what you have to do. It's personal to you. So you have to take time to search for that doctor that will be personable with you and really take heed and take care of yourself. We're not what do you call it? Immortal. We're not going to always be here. We only have one life to live, and that's it. You know, we have to take care of the vessel that God gave us. So we can't ignore this stuff. Yeah.
I agree. He talks about it a lot for the men too.
Y'all can be stubborn when it comes to your health care.
We can. But I want you guys to pay attention to something. What do you guys see? What do y'all see? What stands out to you guys? Anything stand out to y'all?
The overall?
Overalls, the shades, the hat.
When I was watching this, it brought something else to my attention. I think this is a year of growth for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I only can speak for myself. And when I watched this, it made me think of these two things. See, a lot of times on our podcast, we talk a lot about relationships. We're going to talk about it today.
Yeah.
But one thing that we failed to realize for the men, I'm speaking to the men, you know, because a lot of times we feel like, you know, I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be good. It's single for the rest of my life. Um, but like this is the second occasion that I've noticed that you probably need to pick somebody to spend the rest of your life with.
Mm.
And the reason why I say that is because we forget that Coach Prime, if you took away his wealth, Coach Prime will be fighting these battles by himself.
Mm.
I think a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of us who are watching today, a lot of people who are going to see this, we don't have the first W. That's why I put in the title W2s. We don't, a lot of us don't, we have money, but we don't have wealth. Like if you watch the team that Coach Prime has around him, that's why I really encourage people to go watch the Well Off Media video. Coach Prime had at least 6 women with him. At least. From doctor to nurse to that lady who's sitting on our left-hand side, but his right-hand side, Lauren with the black Colorado shirt. She's been with him since Jackson State. She's been massaging his feet for the last 4 to 5 years. Then he got this other doctor, and these are some of the same doctors that worked on Shiloh too. But if you took away his wealth, outside of Bucky, his son, who would have really been there to help him push through these times?
Mm.
And I think it's something as men we really have to start taking heed to is you got to select one of these W's. You got to select one of them. And hopefully you have enough wealth to put a team around you of women, because you don't want a team of men. No men ain't going to be able to help you through stuff like this. They can help you with words, but like these women, man, if you watch it, I mean, they have his back. Like they kept up with all his medical history. He only went to get checked up because of Lauren, the doctors that have been with him since Jackson State. She makes sure he goes to all his like checkups for his feet, his blood clots, stuff like that. But it really made me think of that. It made me think of like the importance of having a helpmate or having somebody in your life, because we're all getting older. We're not getting younger. You know what I mean? And when you think about Coach Prime, you don't think about him dying. You know what I mean? Like I know I don't. Like you don't think about it like, man, if he never got checked out, he wouldn't been here. That cancer would have spread and he wouldn't been here. But he has 2 things that a lot of people don't have. Because we know about his relationships, and people can say what they want to say about those. They work for short periods of time. With that being said, he has wealth. And his wealth keeps the right women around him. I really want to get your opinion, especially yours, Plug, on how do you feel about that? How do you feel about moving through life and understanding that, man, like April said, we're not immortal. And eventually we all going to go through something and we're going to need somebody to help us through it.
Everybody needs somebody sometime. Everybody needs someone somehow. I think about it, man. I mean, this ain't my first time. This ain't my first time, worried about Coach Prime. He had a scare before the actual toes got amputated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He had a scare before that. That's at Jackson State. It seems like every time the next level is coming up, he's going through some sort of controversy. He's going through some sort of health risk. He's going through some sort of, situation. I feel like every time he do this, he break another milestone. So I don't know, get ready for an exciting season over here in the Big 12. Coach Prime might be coming to bring some noise. You know what I mean? So I see that every time, the devil step in, God make a way for him. Every time. It just seems like this every time somebody try to set him back. Because that's the first time it happened. They actually made it to the championship at the HBCU championship. I think it was the SWAC championship.
Yeah.
Then, had another health scare. Then they won the 4 games, but that was like, whatever percentage up from the 1 game win season. You know what I mean? So that means like now you got 3 beautiful things going on in his life: a brand new season as a head coach. Then he got his son, both his sons in the NFL, one playing for the Cleveland Browns and one playing for my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, you know, like it's a lot going on. It's a lot for him to be thankful for. He's probably Job right now. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing, you know, he can have the wealth, but that health is way more valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve Jobs said it the best. All this wealth that I have, I still can't. You know what I mean? This money can't save my life.
Yeah, that's actually the story he used when he keeps talking to everybody. He used the story Job.
Yeah,
He said
I'm
that,
tapped in. I'm tapped in.
yeah, he said that you know, like Satan had to ask him for permission to touch Prime, and he was saying that, you know, he's like a Job in this, and that he never wavered. He just wanted to be able to utilize his platform to educate others on like what he's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he got it. I mean, he got to stay firm on his word. He got to. I think staying out that limelight and focusing solely on coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you have your endorsements and you got to go do this, that, and that. But that little talk show that he had on Tubi, all that, man, I think it's time to step back from all that. And if you are going to be in the front, you know what I'm saying, and everybody going to see your face, only everybody know what you stand for, but I think you need to speak it just a little bit more and tell them, like, this is what God did for me. You know what I mean? So people can understand, because we said it yesterday that, man, this is a very godless youth that we sitting around, and they don't understand the miracles that happens. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so like it's all about tangible with them. It's never the intangible. It's always the tangible for them. So they need to see that and know that God is still in the miracle, in the blessing business.
What are your thoughts, April, about, you know, the one needing a helpmate, or you're gonna have to have wealth? You have to have one.
So he's got his wealth, right? So he's able to have his women around him because of his wealth. So he's got that doctor next to him to say, hey, this is your appointment for this. This is your appointment for that, so on and so forth. And if you don't have the wealth, but you have a woman, that woman should be able to keep up with those things for you and encourage you to go to the doctor and go to the doctor with you and make sure you take care of yourself as well. That's part of all part of being a helpmate, making sure you take care of yourself as well. Because men do, they tend to forget. They have so much going on, especially a man that leads the home. He's trying to lead the home and he's putting himself on the back burner. But you can only be as good, you know, as strong as you are if you're healthy, you know. So, and that goes for everything, mental, physical, all of that. Yeah. So that helpmate should be there to coach him along and say, hey, get your tails to the doctor. You got this going on. So, yep.
What you were saying, Plug?
I said I went to the VA today.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, it really hit home to me. Like when I was watching that interview, then when I know I said it already twice, but I'm gonna say it a third time. Make sure you watch Well Off Media. Like, you guys got to see it. Like, it's like, I mean, it opens up with a scene of literally the lady that now I guess everybody knows he's dating. Like, she's literally in tears getting the news for like the first time when he's about to go into the operating room, and like, but watching all these women who have his back, who have his best interests in mind. Of course, none of them look like what y'all want them to look like, but you know, that's his cup of tea. So, with that being said,
what you saying, Killer?
What I'm just saying, the ones that support him don't look like what most black people will want supporting him.
What, a woman?
Somebody's gonna say, well, why didn't he choose a black doctor?
Somebody's
gonna say that.
He's in Colorado. I mean, I mean, he's in Colorado.
You know they don't care, Plug. Hey.
I was just say he's in Colorado, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but snow up there, man.
But this all too boils down to men making the right choices for them when they choose their helpmate too. Yeah. So you got to have somebody that looks out for your best interest as well, and not just
hold up.
Pull up with the brakes on. Huh?
Crown got another one.
Yeah. I think her name's
Claustrophobic, man. He can't be by himself, bro.
he talks about it on Michael Irvin's show that he asked them about, is he still gonna be able to, do what he need to do in the bedroom? You know what I mean? Like he said
Oh.
that was
Who
one of his
asked him that?
that was one of his questions he asked. Like
that was
Yeah.
one of his concerns. And he's still
Oh.
in the
yeah,
bedroom.
he said he had to make sure he could still, he still got some,
You
he
can
still
still
want to
put the
live life. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bump uglies. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I hear you.
But I think what April said is very important. And this is not just talking about Coach Brown, it's talking about anybody.
Anybody.
Because one thing I can say, I always tell people I was a great father, I was a horrible husband. I know if I went down bad today, my ex-wife will be at that hospital. I can
It's
say that.
important to have people behind you like that.
I can say that hands down. Like, but with that being said, also, I think it's something that we really got to take into consideration. People don't like to talk about the obvious, but none of his marriages or relationships ended the way, they weren't healthy. Like he didn't even want to be around them. You know what I mean? You think about that. Remember, like when he was walking Shiloh and Shador out for a senior day, and like he had to run away from I forgot her name, the black lady that he had the TV show with. Like,
I don't know that.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, like you got to think about that stuff, man. When you're picking,
why is that? Why is that? Is it that horrible?
I don't know.
Well, he
just
choose a level.
Yeah,
he choose a level.
Yeah, but you would definitely think you would want people there to be supportive of what you have going on. But